Hello and welcome back to our training where we talk about how you can get more done in less time using the power of Prosperity Central. And on our training today, we're going to continue talking about PhoneBurner and how you can use that tool to power through your calls at a rate of 60 to 80 dials per hour. And more specifically, on our call today, we're going to talk about how you can configure your caller ID within PhoneBurner. But before we get into that, once again, my name is Jeff Ostness. I'm your host, I'm your trainer, I'm your tour guide as we go through this Prosperity Central system. And what is the Prosperity Central system? It is an online contact management system designed to help you manage, organize, and follow up with your prospects in an effective and efficient way. It was specifically designed for the network marketing industry. However, anyone in sales can really benefit by taking advantage of this tool. So if you know somebody in sales or somebody in network marketing, take a moment now and share this video with them so they can start to learn about this amazing tool. Now let's get into our training today. Now, like I mentioned earlier, on our training today, we're going to continue talking about PhoneBurner, but more specifically, we're going to talk about the caller ID functionality on the system. So when you go to start a dial session, so we're going to start by just starting a dial session. We're going to select some records and we're going to go get connected. And you'll see when you first get to the screen before you connect, there is no caller ID. And then once you do connect, there is a caller ID. The default configuration on the system is to capture the caller ID from whatever phone you use to call into the system. So that could be your cell phone, your home phone, your office phone, whatever phone you use to call into the system. However, you may run into times where you want to start a dial session using a specific phone, but you don't necessarily want that phone number, the phone number associated with that phone, to be displayed as your caller ID to your prospects. And if you ever feel like that's going to be something that you may run into, let me show you how you can configure your caller ID so that no matter what phone you use, the system will always display the caller ID that you want. So let's go ahead and end this dial session. Now we're going to go to Marketing, and we're going to go down to PhoneBurner. We're going to go to our PhoneBurner settings, and we're going to go to Caller ID. So here you can actually add as many caller IDs as you want or need. So you can actually choose a different caller ID at the start of any dial session. But to add a caller ID, we just click on this green button here. And we're going to go ahead and give this caller ID a label. You enter your phone number and click Add Caller ID. And now the system is actually going to call you on that number. You just need to answer the call, like I'm getting the call now. And there we go. We have now configured or successfully verified our phone number. Click Continue, and you'll see that caller ID is now listed as a verified caller ID that I can use when I do a dial session. So if I go back to Contacts, and I select my records and begin a PhoneBurner session, right here where it says Caller ID, I can choose that caller ID that I just verified on the system. And so now it doesn't matter how I connect to the system. I could use the phone associated with that number or not. The system will now display this as my caller ID when I'm making calls. And that's just another example of how Prosperity Central is here to help you boost sales and growth. It is a super simple system that helps you present your opportunity, organize your contacts, and track those contact activities so you know who to focus on and when to focus on them. There is a 2-tier affiliate program built into the system so you can start building a second income stream, all while helping your team take advantage of tools they should be using anyway. It is mobile friendly and it is priced just right. Now, speaking of price, there are 3 account levels: Basic, Professional, and Premier. The Basic account is free for life. That's so everybody on your team has no excuse not to have a Prosperity Central account. Everybody should have an account. But those that are serious about building a business, they should upgrade to the Professional account. $24.95 a month gives them everything they need to manage, organize, and follow up with their prospects. And then for the team leaders, for those people who are building an organization, they should upgrade to the Premier account. $49.95 a month gives them all the tools they'll need to create customizations within Prosperity Central and then share those customizations with their organization, including their very own training page for the team. Now, if you don't have a Prosperity Central account, you need to go get one today. Go to prosperitycentral.biz. Once again, prosperitycentral.biz. Go there now and set up your account so that you can start getting more done in less time using the power of Prosperity Central. Thanks again, and happy prospecting.